Yeah, they're all no, to be fair, I pressed that in.
Yeah, press start. Only started.
Roll of Honour, 15th of August 2014. Lieutenant Arthur Douglas Alfred, East Yorkshire Regiment. Private Hugh Pritchard, Royal Welsh Fusiliers. Private Charles Irwin Nutt, East Lancashire Regiment. Private Hugh Hall, Royal Warwickshire Regiment. Private Ernest Freesley, East Surrey Regiment. Private F.T.L. Stevenson, King's Own Yorkshire Light Infantry. Private F. Cooper, Gloucestershire Regiment. Sapper William Robert Brazier, Royal Engineers. Private William Clark, West Yorkshire Regiment, Prince of Wales Own. Private Alfred Baker, Northamptonshire Regiment. Private James Henry Pontefract, Royal Scots. Sergeant Joseph Allen, Middlesex Regiment. Private Joseph Dempsey, Royal Scots. Second Lieutenant Cyril Unsworth, South Lancashire Regiment. Private Joseph Bacon, the Buffs, East Kent Regiment. Private Frederick George Freezy, Dorsetshire Regiment. Second Lieutenant S. Davidson, King's Royal Rifle Corps. Major Paul Alfred Cherrier, Royal Munster Fusiliers. Private A.F. Reed, Lancashire Fusiliers. Acting Bombardier J. Freezy, Royal Field Artillery. Lance Corporal Archibald Raps, Durham Light Infantry. Lance Corporal Reginald John Boyes, Queen's Own Royal West Kent Regiment. Second Corporal Joseph Clayton Hawks, Royal Engineers. Private George Thomas Davis, Canadian Infantry. Sapper Oliver Honeywood, Royal Engineers. Sapper Victor Everett, Royal Engineers. Lance Corporal J.T. Mandale, the Buffs, East Kent Regiment. Lance Corporal A. Fryer, Highland Light Infantry. Corporal W.H. Freezy, Lancashire Fusiliers. Private John A. Wardle, Durham Light Infantry. Driver Harry Samuel Trankstown, Royal Field Artillery. Able Seaman Adolf Edward Svensson, Royal Navy. Second Lieutenant Francis Edward Charles Hall, Suffolk Regiment. Gunner Albert Charles Colebrook, Royal Field Artillery. Corporal William Wardle Calling Hall, Duke of Cornwall's Light Infantry. Sergeant Herbert Smith, Welsh Regiment. Rifleman Walter James Smith, Hampshire Regiment. Private Frank Martin Shivings, Northamptonshire Regiment. Sapper Herbert Wardle, Royal Engineers. Lance Corporal Thomas MacFarlane, Argyll and Southern Highlanders. Private Henry Florey, East Surrey Regiment. Private Bertie Alfred Crawford, Middlesex Regiment. Private Albert James Herdsman, the Queen's Royal West Surrey Regiment. Rifleman Arthur Nelson Newby, King's Royal Rifle Corps. Private William Arthur Oxley, Devonshire Regiment. Private Archie William Bushnell, Canadian Infantry. Lance Corporal William Gill, the King's Liverpool Regiment. Corporal H.H. Bruff, Welsh Regiment. Second Lieutenant Francis Matt Lawledge, Royal Flying Corps. Battery Quartermaster Sergeant W.H. Waters, Royal Garrison Artillery. Driver Harry Teal, Royal Field Artillery. Private John Fursland, the King's Liverpool Regiment. Private Sidney Frederick Dance, Queen's Own Royal West Kent Regiment. Lance Corporal Gilbert Gomes, Welsh Regiment. Private J.W. Humberstone, Lincolnshire Regiment. Lieutenant Donald Morton Brown, Cameron Highlanders. Driver W. Adams, Royal Engineers. Sergeant John Henry Curran, Norfolk Regiment. Private George James Nugent, Northumberland Fusiliers. Lance Corporal Sidney Thomas Harvey, Royal Engineers. Bombardier Frederick Starkey, Royal Field Artillery. Stoker First Class Ernest John Stolton, Royal Navy. Private John William Bowers, Border Regiment. Sergeant Thomas Granger, Durham Light Infantry. Sergeant Francis Richard Merritt, Royal Field Artillery. Captain Charles Owen Slack, Royal Irish Rifles. Private Charles James Martin, King's Own Royal Lancaster Regiment. Second Lieutenant Chalmers Carmichael, Sherwood Foresters, Notts and Derby Regiment. Sergeant Ernest Harry Bull, Sherwood Foresters, Notts and Derby Regiment. Private J. Waitley, Northumberland Fusiliers. Sergeant Frederick Albert Bendel, Queen's Own Royal West Kent Regiment. Lance Corporal J. Little, Durham Light Infantry. Sergeant Owen Arthur Gibbs, Royal Engineers. Rifleman James Williams, King's Royal Rifle Corps. Private Albert Johnson, Sherwood Foresters, Notts and Derby Regiment. Sapper F.T. Bryden, Royal Engineers. Private Arthur James Whitsey, Dorsetshire Regiment. Corporal H.B. Stokes, Royal Fusiliers. Private D.A. Farrington, Manchester Regiment. Gunner John Barker, Royal Field Artillery. Sergeant E. Murphy, Royal Engineers. Rifleman E.V. Sharp, King's Royal Rifle Corps. Private Edward Franklin, Lincolnshire Regiment. Rifleman James Asprey, Rifle Brigade. Lance Sergeant John Robert Cousy, Manchester Regiment. Sergeant Donald Livingstone, Royal Field Artillery. Lance Corporal Albert George Meades, Sherwood Foresters, Notts and Derby Regiment. Private Michael Kavanagh, Royal Dublin Fusiliers. Sergeant Walter Harold Savant, London Regiment, Queen Victoria Rifles. Private James Henry Harvey, Northumberland Fusiliers. Gunner F. Swatton, Royal Garrison Artillery. Private Reginald Thomas Joseph Clark, Duke of Cornwall's Light Infantry. Able Seaman William Henry John Thorne, Royal Navy. Sergeant Walter Deuce, Suffolk Regiment. Private Henry Raymond Hodgson, Royal Fusiliers. Rifleman John Cook, King's Royal Rifle Corps. Lance Corporal Henry Georgeson, Durham Light Infantry. Lance Corporal E.T. White, Essex Regiment. Private Donald Victor Tuke, Royal Marine Light Infantry. Lance Corporal A. Cheetham, Manchester Regiment. Private Charles George Ernest Brisden, Queen's Own Royal West Kent Regiment. Private F.V. Hex, Army Service Corps. Private Albert William Myers, the Queen's Royal West Surrey Regiment. Able Seaman William Henry Fisher, Royal Navy. Major James MacDonald Henderson, Gordon Highlands. Trimmer George Ernest Parry, Mercantile Marine Reserve. Private William George Corporal, East Surrey Regiment. Private Benjamin Slack, Northumberland Fusiliers. Private Douglas Wilson, Gordon Highlands. Lance Corporal E.W. Bellamy, London Regiment, City of London Rifles. Private Frederick Miller, East Surrey Regiment. Lieutenant Thomas Marion Doddington, Somerset Light Infantry. Captain Harry McGee, Cameronians, Scottish Rifles. Private Ernest Henry Carter, 9th Queen's Royal Lancers. Sergeant William H. Wessel, Machine Gun Corps, Infantry. Private E.A. Scrivens, Leicestershire Regiment. Private George F. Rankin, West Yorkshire Regiment, Prince of Wales Own. Lance Corporal Bertie Geneva, Lincolnshire Regiment. Private Reginald Healy, Grenadier Guards. Sergeant Charles Abel Furness, South Wales Borderers. Private William Carlos Godsell, the Buffs, each Kent Regiment. Rifleman C.H. Sandow, King's Royal Rifle Corps. Captain George Edward Schultz, Cheshire Regiment. Private Sam Stanley Burgess, Scots Guards. Private James Miller, Bedfordshire Regiment. Private Philip Ockley Camp, Middlesex Regiment. Private Frank Joseph Henderson, Hampshire Regiment. Rifleman Charles Alfred Matthews, London Regiment, London Irish Rifles. Private Harry Ross Wilmot, Royal Warwickshire Regiment. Private John George Goddard, Royal Fusiliers. Sergeant Albert E. Clark, London Regiment, Queen's Westminster Rifles. Corporal Jacob Blackman, Royal Sussex Regiment. Corporal Charles Walter Bickerstaff, Middlesex Regiment. Captain Claude Alexander Lafont, Devonshire Regiment. Private George Harold Toseland, Northamptonshire Regiment. Rifleman William Wallace, Royal Irish Rifles. Company Quartermaster Sergeant Alexander John Roylance, the Leinster Regiment. Private Matthews Arthur Story, the Royal North Lancastershire Regiment. Private James Pat West, Yorkshire Regiment, Prince of Wales Own. Private William Thomas York, Bedfordshire Regiment. Lance Corporal Victor Emmanuel Martin, Royal Berkshire Regiment. Second Lieutenant Billy Selby, the Buffs, East Kent Regiment. Private Charles Edward Gilbert, Leicestershire Regiment. Private Arthur Baker, Northumberland Fusiliers. Carpenter's Crew, G.A. Slade, Royal Navy. Private J.E. Friday, Welsh Guards. Private L. Pitt, Royal Engineers. Private Geddes Moran, the King's, Liverpool Regiment. Private H. Smith, Seapool Islanders. Second Lieutenant Lewis Woodham Mott, Royal Flying Corps. Lieutenant Joseph Armstrong, Royal Field Artillery. Second Lieutenant Gerald Molyneux Pickers, Royal Irish Fusiliers. Private John Sanford, Royal Regiment, Royal Fusiliers. Lance Sergeant George William Hill, Worcestershire Regiment. Private Christopher John Pretty, Middlesex Regiment. Private William James Taylor, Manchester Regiment. Air Mechanic 3rd Class Isaiah Goff, Royal Flying Corps. Private Frederick Nips, Lincolnshire Regiment. Lance Corporal William James Cresswell, Hampshire Regiment. Lieutenant Donald Morton Brown, Cameron Highlanders. Sergeant Gerald Rayner, King's Royal Rifle Corps. Private Austin Joseph Shepherd, Lancashire Fusiliers. Lance Corporal Henry George William Hodge, Royal Welsh Fusiliers. Private E.A. Kinnard, King's Shropshire Light Infantry. Private Arthur George Bundy, Bedfordshire Regiment. Private Harold May, London Regiment, London Scottish. Corporal Wheeler John Edward Mace, Army Service Corps. Private A. Longden, Queen's Own Royal West Kent Regiment. Private Hugh Kenworth, Lancashire Fusiliers. Second Lieutenant James Montgomery McAlpin, King's Own Scottish Borders. Sergeant William Madge, Royal Sussex Regiment. Private Isaac Sanderson, Sherwood Foresters, Notts and Derby Regiment. Private C. Hawkins, Coldstream Guards. Second Lieutenant Stuart Gordon Mates, Royal Garrison Artillery. Corporal John Samuel Jewson, Scots Guards. Deckhand Charles Margerson, Royal Navy Reserve. Private William George Grinstead, Manchester Regiment. Private J. McCackland, Border Regiment. Driver William Frederick Balfour, Royal Engineers. Private Alexander Gracie, Auckland Regiment. They shall not grow old, as we that are left grow old. Age shall not weary them, nor the years condemn. At the going down of the sun, and in the morning, we will remember them.